Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, is now at the center of a high-profile legal battle after his sister, Ann Altman, filed a shocking lawsuit accusing him of sexually abusing her for nearly a decade. Altman denies the claims, but the case is raising serious questions about the potential damage to both his personal reputation and the future of OpenAI.
It's JEJE Vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to JEJE Vibe. You know I got the amazing queen with me.
Thanks, boo.
Today we're going to be talking about Sam Altman.
He's been on the news lately. Hey, from the Battle of the Tech Bros. We have an episode on it.
Facts. So Sam Altman is in the news right now. And this happens to be not technological related.
Family related.
And a lawsuit is coming against him from his own family.
From his own sister. SA allegations.
Sam Altman is facing fresh legal troubles. This time, a family member has sued him. His sister, Ann Altman, has filed a lawsuit. The charges are serious. In a lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court, Ann Altman says her brother Sam sexually abused her. The allegations are serious and grave. Ann claims when she was barely 3 years old, Sam abused her several times in a week. The alleged abuses happened between 1997 and 2006.
Crazy allegations.
She said at 12.
A lawsuit filed in Missouri federal court has set off a firestorm of controversy, accusing Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, of sexually abusing his sister, Ann Altman, for almost a decade. Yeah, I know, this is next level. So this suit, which was filed in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Missouri, that is where these alleged events occurred, this suit details incredibly disturbing allegations of sexual assault and battery that allegedly occurred between 1997 and 2006. This allegedly started when Ann says she was just 3 years old and Sam was 12. Now, the legal battle has already drawn sharp reactions from both sides of the Altman family. It is raising questions about one of Silicon Valley's biggest tech moguls.
Crazy allegations.
So Ann claims that this abuse began all the way back in 1997 when she was just 3 years old. According to her official complaint, which was obtained by Law and Crime, Ann says that beginning around that time, Sam Altman would force her to perform sexual acts on him, including, and I'm very sorry for the graphic nature of this, forcing her to touch his genitals. And even more shocking, she says, is that this was occurring frequently. According to her filing, from approximately 1997 to 1999, when plaintiff Ann Altman was between the ages of 3 to 5 years old, the foregoing conduct occurred several times per week. She also says in her filing that Altman did not just force her to do things to him, but that he also forced himself onto her and sexually assaulted her in various ways.
And Sam Altman was
even tried to manipulate her. According to her filing, Sam Altman groomed and manipulated plaintiff Ann Altman into believing the aforementioned sexual acts were her idea, despite the fact she was under the age of 5 years old when the sexual abuse began and defendant was nearly a teenager. Now that was important, I imagine, to maybe suggest why she hadn't spoken out before when she was younger, perhaps to her family. We'll explore that in a minute. But beginning approximately in 1999 or 2000, this would be when Ann was 5 or 6 years old and Altman would have been 14 or 15 years old. This is when Ann claims that Sam Altman began forcing her to engage in sexual intercourse with him, and this allegedly went on for several years. According to her filing, the foregoing level of childhood sexual abuse continued for a period of approximately 8 or 9 years until plaintiff was 11 or 12 years old, wherein defendant Sam Altman regularly continued to commit numerous acts of rape, sexual assault, sexual abuse, molestation, sodomy, and battery upon plaintiff Ann Altman. And this would continue, according to Ann, even when Altman became an adult and Ann was still a minor. Now, according to this filing, there is a childhood sexual abuse statute in effect in the state of Missouri that governs abuse when the victim is under the age of 18. And that statute reads, any action to recover damages from injury or illnesses caused by childhood sexual abuse in an action brought pursuant to this section shall be commenced within 10 years of the plaintiff attaining the age of 21 or within 3 years of the date the plaintiff discovers or reasonably should have discovered that the injury or illness was caused by childhood sexual abuse, whichever later occurs. So this is about bringing a lawsuit, a civil action.
Crazy.
Before we get into this, if you're not familiar with who Sam Altman is, let me kind of lay this out for you. He is considered a tech visionary. He is known for his belief that AI, artificial intelligence, will be able to do anything that humans can do and more. At 39 years old, Altman is the co-founder and CEO of OpenAI, the company behind some of the biggest breakthroughs in AI. OpenAI launched back in 2015 with Altman serving as co-chair alongside none other than Elon Musk. Now backed by Microsoft, OpenAI is valued at a massive $157 billion, making Altman one of the most influential figures in the tech world today. And in contrast, we talk about his sister, the plaintiff in this case, Ann Altman. She has led a more private life, although I will tell you, her allegations against her brother have occasionally surfaced on social media, especially on platforms like X, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But this lawsuit marks the first formal legal action she has taken against him. She is making serious allegations, including rape, molestation, sexual assault, sodomy, battery.
Now, Sam Altman answered. He released a statement from his family.
The OpenAI CEO has denied these allegations. He issued a joint statement on social media along with his mother and two brothers. It calls Ann Altman's claims completely untrue. The letter from the Altman family offers a completely different version of events.
His brothers, and his mom released a statement.
In a statement issued Tuesday, Altman and his family, including his mother and two younger brothers, they flatly deny these allegations. In part of the statement, the family claims Ann suffers from mental health issues, saying, "Our family loves Annie and is very concerned about her well-being. Caring for a family member who faces mental health challenges is very difficult. We know many families facing similar struggles understand this well." And the statement goes on to say that the family has offered their support to Ann in numerous ways. Quote, "Over the years, we've tried in many ways to support Annie and to help her find stability, following professional advice on how to be supportive without enabling harmful behaviors. To give a sense of our efforts, we have given her monthly financial support, directly paid her bills, covered her rent, helped her find employment opportunities, attempted to get her medical help, and have offered to buy her a house through a trust so that she would have a secure place to live, but not be able to sell it immediately."
It says Ann suffers from mental health challenges. She receives financial support from the family. They pay her rent and other bills.
The Altman family also argues that this lawsuit is just another attempt by Ann to extract more money from them. And the statement continues, "Annie had made deeply hurtful and entirely untrue claims about our family and especially Sam. We've chosen not to respond publicly out of respect for her privacy and our own. However, she has now taken legal action against Sam, and we feel we have no choice but to address this."
It's looking crazy.
It is.
Ann is yet to respond to this statement, but last year in October, she did open up about her health troubles. On social media, Ann had claimed she was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a disease better known as elastic skin. This is primarily a disorder of the skin. There is no cure for the condition. It can also affect mental health. Patients with this disease are known to suffer from anxiety, depression, and mood disorders. Ann wants a jury to hear the case against her brother.
It is looking crazy.
She's seeking at least $75,000 in damages. That's not an arbitrary number in the law. That is actually the minimum amount you need to be suing for in order to get into federal court. But more importantly, if we take a closer look at the language in the lawsuit, It becomes clear that this figure really is just the starting point because it reads, plaintiff Ann Altman requests that judgment be entered on her behalf against defendant Sam Altman for actual damages in a sum in excess of $75,000. Now, in legal terms, this means that Ann is not simply asking for $75,000, but for damages that could exceed well beyond that amount.
Because the sister is really citing so many type of
I have PTSD. Of course, I have a ridiculous number of pictures and screenshots to help me avoid gaslighting.
It is looking crazy.
Anne has made similar claims before. She wrote a post on X back in 2021. She claimed she suffered sexual, physical, emotional, verbal and technological abuse from her brothers. In this post, Anne names her brothers Sam and Jack. But in her lawsuit, Anne has singled out Sam.
So we're going to see how this whole thing plays out. You
Yep.
know us on JEJE Vibe. All we do here
We're
is
just observing.
and giving to you what is happening out here. In a JEJE Vibe way. But if this is true, this is crazy allegations coming against Sam Altman.
Wild allegations.
Wild allegations.
The OpenAI CEO faces more lawsuits as well. SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk has sued him too. Musk was a co-founder in OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, the revolutionary AI model. ChatGPT sparked a global AI boom and made Sam Altman famous. Musk alleges that Altman breached a contract and abandoned OpenAI's original non-profit mission. Musk and Altman have been locked in a bitter feud over OpenAI for several months now. But the lawsuit from Altman's sister will only intensify the legal spotlight on the OpenAI CEO.
I'm not a fan of Sam Altman.
Oh no.
We'll see how this whole thing plays out.
We'll see how it plays out.
It's JEJE Vibe. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You know it's the place to be. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
JEJE Vibe. JEJE Vibe.
Oh, JEJE.
You know it's JEJE Vibe. Can y'all feel the vibe?
I'm feeling it.